Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Damionblackgear playing more Darkest Dungeon. Decided to continue on. We have our team lined up. We're bringing our people. We're going to go try and pick this up. We probably, maybe, might not use it. But I mean, it'd be really good on this character. Who we're bringing our Jester. Our Jester's going to kind of be our stress relief. We're going to be camping immediately once we get there. I did pick up one skill for Perry, and that was a camping skill. It is Scout Ahead. So, yeah, we're going to be doing our little trick like we did the last time. So we're bringing along our people. You still have a spot. I didn't realize that. I made a grave error. I gave you extra speed and damage, and then I apparently was just going to leave you at that. I can't put you on. This is going to be a light mission, so I guess that's not the worst. The reason this is going to be a light mission is because Perry actually has Warrior of Light, so he'll do extra damage as long as we have Sunshine. The unfortunate thing is, I believe one of his skills knocks away the Torch, like Torch -5, or is it one that we don't have? Torch -5, Hands of the Abyss. Okay, so, yeah, we're good. I knew one of their skills did that, so we're all set. We have her doing as much damage as she possibly can. We have Perry dodging as much as he can. Now, all of his things are upgraded to level 3, so they've got pretty good accuracy unto themselves. They all have about an 80 to 90% accuracy rate. So losing the 4 and 4 accuracy is not going to be as bad as the 8 or the 30 off of the trinkets. I'm doing my math and everything else here. We have given our occultist here a little bit of dodge as long as he's doing well, which he's our healer as well, so that's one thing. Unless this is a woman. Mustache and bearded woman. That is a wicked mustache if it's a woman. I want to grow one like that. Mine doesn't have the flare out. So I would do it just to upset my children. I don't know how many people can say the same thing. I think that it's important to torture your children. For example, I love to shove my finger in my son's ear, just give him a wet willy. Drives him nuts. But we are giving him a little bit of extra accuracy for the things that he does need to hit with, and this should work out well for the amount of damage and things like that, and it'll take away dodge from some of the trickier to hit units. So the fact that he can hit them makes it so that other people will be able to hit them, and none of his skills are melee, so we don't have to worry about his torn rotator cuff, even though we could have unlocked sacrificial stab and gone from there. He is a slayer of eldritch, so he will do extra damage to the eldritch, which works out well. There it is. So that is one thing. And yeah, he's a gifted healer, which I think that gift of the healer should be that you give out better. But whatever. And then we have our last person who has religious visions and delusions. We didn't want them moving, and we wanted them to be a little bit faster, which the boots took away 1, so giving them 2 only gives them 1. And I mean, really the big thing is that we don't want this person moving out of this spot in the back, so getting that other set of boots on the last mission would have been a good thing, but unfortunately we did not. Our trap collector is Perry, 50%. Yeah. So yeah, that's our people. Let's go ahead and set off. This is a long mission, so I want to actually bring we'll bring 20 food and we'll go from there. This is going to have to be a light. No. This is going to be bad. I shouldn't have got that camping skill. We were set up fine. We do have 2 camps. Maybe what we do is we don't burn the first camp. We go through and we go until basically we run out of torches, and then we camp to bring the lights up. That could be a thing. Or, since it is a longer mission, we just count on it. On running into that should be enough. We run on counting into a beast carcass, and we just come prepared to get food out of it. And then our camping will just have to be for 2 and 2, and it won't be used in the same sense that the others were. Or I could camp right away. No, this seems fine. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go out as is. We're going to get those 12 deeds. And we will deal with things. If we have to run, we have to run. Hopefully we don't have to run, by the way. Go ahead and click.
I knew all these
That is a
once.
wicked wicked setup. Look at that. Right off the bat. Give me the food. A lot of it? 10. 10 is not bad. 10 allows us to burn our first camp. Good job. I'd much rather be you than anybody else. So we do get a chance to burn our first camp. I think we're going to go for a little bit before we actually do it. I don't actually know what the wind condition for this is, so maybe I should have paid attention to some other things. If I pull you up, you're just going to escape cloud, so you have a way to deal with it on yourself. Nobody else really does. Let's just try and end the fight. We got 12 there. Maybe I should have gone for you. And I figured that she would hit him, though. So there he goes. So we do have this risk. So we are going to have 2 people that are going to get escape clouded. Good resist. Vulnerability hex. Let's hex you. And then we can actually start off. Let's just buff our party. Stress isn't a big deal right now. We'll worry a little bit further in. It hit them both. Both got over it. So, and then let's pull one more. So everybody should have pretty good crit. What is that? 4 crit. That's not bad. So this hex deals 1 to 2. You don't have a way to actually hit the front units. So let's just have you go ahead and do that. Now hopefully we get to hit. I was hoping he got to hit before that thing. Both of them dodged it. Good people. We need to respec your situation there. So let's knock you out. That way we don't have to worry about being blighted. I'm not worried about physical damage. Collect bounty. That is an insane amount. And we've all gone. How did you hit him? Let's go ahead and hex you. And there. We need to change her skills around. So you, and you. That way it's just because we're going to be using this more than we're using that. Alright, so fingers off. Place an heirloom chest. Luckily it's not trapped. Let's go ahead and run off with the other stuff. We did not get a scout. Not a big deal. I think we're going to camp when we get there. That'll be our way of doing things. And we won't actually use a torch until then. So we'll flip into a dark run to start with, and then we'll shift back into a normal daylight run. And that should give us the ability to get through the rest of this without an issue. And again, our first camp isn't going to actually be used for... that's pretty good. Isn't going to be used for standard things. What's your blight resist? 60? Dig your hand in there. Yeah. So. Oh. In this case, you guys have 18, you have 12. I just want you up front. Yeah. So, and that eats at the light too. That's not good. I'm gonna hex this one. Nice crit. And that's because she should be able to take this one out. Look at that. Exact numbers. Exacties. Let's go. And I don't think I can actually just allow for the stress resist or the stress heal on this. Even if it's only 3 and 3, it's perfectly fine. Doesn't help if he dodges. And the only reason we're doing it this way is because we shouldn't really have to worry about too much. Wicked Hack, what do you give? 8 to 14. Got the kill. We have another Hex. Tanky you may be, but dead you are going to be. You know what would actually be pretty decent? Using this setup, this combo here in the Warrens. That seems like it'd be a pretty good thing to turn out. And we could use that to kill off those bigger things, but we need to get them up to level 3 first. So 90% of rooms is our target. So I didn't actually need to come down this way. Go ahead and dig your hand in there. Ah, you did get blighted. It was going to happen eventually. Here we go. I'm willing to accept. We'll go in here. We'll hope that there's something. We are going to camp here. I think what we'll do is we'll keep up with the darkness just for a little bit extra loot. And we'll go down all the way here, and then we'll camp on our way back to this room. And we'll just count on things like crits and stress relief from this guy in order to do it. We should have made this a dark run and just gotten it over with. We are out of shovels.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading
So down there may be ways.
with misintent.
We get another torch. Everybody likes a torch. And a little bit of money. 500. That's not bad. We couldn't see into that room, but that's okay. Okay. I think we'll be okay if we just go back. I don't want to actually, let's see. How many rooms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 rooms. Almost 20 rooms. If we have to backtrack, we have to backtrack. We have enough food in order to get there. Let's go ahead and camp.
A spark without kindling.
Alright, so we're scouting ahead and we're trying to surprise them. All companions. One companion by 30. So we actually have ways to manage stress. You are not for that one. Sure, we'll buff your accuracy. What does this do again? Big monsters. We'll up your damage. We'll lower your stuff. And apparently I should have paid more attention. Yeah. So everybody has 5 stress. That is not bad at all. Let's go to sleep. That's actually pretty good. And you have anything that's +2 sized, you'll hit for 40. Although there aren't that many things that are +2 sized. So, but we're back in light. We have 13 torches. And we did surprise them. They are the ones surprised.
Executed with impunity.
So, I don't think... And this puts everybody's speed up by 1. I think we're fine. You've got a crap ton of speed. So let's just try and fix that stress that we gave everybody. Yeah, that works out great. And we will... You did resist the bleed. It was only for 1, so it's a good thing you resisted the bleed. You crit. That works. Did you get an extra crit bonus? No. And then we can get through this. So, yeah, stress is almost all taken care of. Let's go ahead and move this down. Just so that everything is all together. Consumables. And we're going to try not to have to go that way. We should have let that other room go. This one. If we had let that room go, we could have gone down there and taken care of 2, been guaranteed to be leaving off 1. So, we got another surprise. Let's go ahead and kill this. We will chop through you. It's too bad that you're breakthrough, but that was too good of a skill. We'll try and do this again. You did resist. We got 4 off of it that time. And I'm actually going to buff everybody's speed. This should be the last turn of the fight. If there's a fight in there, I'm hoping this buff lasts all the way through. So let's see. Do the buffs last? It does last. And it did make it in. We are above, so everybody's got all of their buffs and everything. And there's no fight. Well, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. So, we're heading down this way. We at least see what's over there. We know it's an empty room. We're going to go down this way. We're going to go across, and then we'll come back if we have to. I may just count those 2 rooms off. I mean, I like the idea of being a completionist, but there is a point where you just have to say no. So we did not get a surprise this time. I guess I could have yelped them, but it doesn't look to be a big issue. I'm going to go ahead and try and heal you again. 7 that time. Alright, so you are almost fully up there. We're going to take out the spider. And when you hit, you'll deal a little bit of stress. I was hoping that he just wouldn't hit. So 5 stress isn't the worst. I think I just want everybody to go first again. So, there we go. And we know the buff won't last all the way to the next fight. But it did last for a while. You are the person we're going to. We got more scouting. So there's nothing along that way, just a room with a fight in it. Let's go ahead and head down. We will pick off this trap. Hopefully it works. Yay, yay. Yeah. So we don't have a fight until we get all the way there. The next time we camp, we'll take a look. We got more scouting. Look at that. So we might not even have to scout here shortly. And we'll walk down this hallway, which there shouldn't be anything in because we already scouted it. We'll pop 2 torches. We will eat. We have the food for it. We brought the food for it. We're going to try and hold off on our next camp until the very end. Hopefully that will work out. We did get a surprise. That is the important thing here. This area is like the AoE area. You want people with AoEs. So that's something. What does this run? 4 to 6. This will just pull you up 2 to 4. So I think we're just going to go to heal her. And she did resist. Doesn't look like she got anything from it. We're going to make everybody a little bit faster. Hopefully we can go before these spiders on their turn. Their speed's only 3, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to deal with that. Let's just hex you. I guess the marking one wouldn't be that bad. I mean, we could basically run through and make all of their chances to hit a little bit worse. And this is working out a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, stress is that we have 9 stress throughout the party. I was hoping you'd get away from that. You did get blighted. You don't seem like you'd be the type to have a high resistance to that. So, we got some stuff. Stuff and things, you know. Why don't you jug your hands in there? Alright. We'll try to hold off on camping until we have to. We should keep moving. Yeah, I know we should keep moving. Stop stopping us. If you don't want to stop, then don't say anything. My brother-in-law is up from Wyoming, and my wife's half-brother. He is the same age as my 6-year-old son. Well, he's the same maturity level as my 6-year-old son. They're a little bit off in age. But it's interesting because I started playing a little bit of Al Green, and you know, I'm fine for anybody having different musical tastes. You like what you like. I sing opera. People at my job just found that out. I'm a black guy from the middle of the hood that sings opera. We have an open space. And I'm playing Al Green, listening to it, enjoying it. We're on a car ride. I wish I had a little bit more medicine. More food. A lot of food. And he just starts talking about how he hates all these things, and it's just like, shut up. I don't want to hear your music. You don't want to hear mine, but you don't hear me bad-mouthing yours all the time. Like, I literally had to tell this boy, and mind you, he's like, he's 12, almost 13. So, like, I don't want to have to be the one. That sucks. I don't want to have to be the one to tell him how much. Okay, that's not bad. That if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. I mean, I always assumed that was basic, but he's that type that you have to actually say that to him. And I had to tell him, and he didn't quite understand. So it got to the point, mind you, we were in a little bit of a rush. I'm willing to take the risk. We were in a little bit of a rush. So, you know, well, I shouldn't say we're in a rush. We were heading home from the funeral. And we're going home. We're going to meet up with people in about an hour and a half. So we're kind of rushed to get home, change out of funeral clothing, and go. And I just looked in the mirror and just looked at him and said, you know, because he wouldn't stop. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. But if you keep talking, we're just going to drive for an hour and a half and then go meet up with everybody. And when your mom asks, why unlocked? Damn. When your mom asks, why why you're not changed out of all of your fancy clothing. Crap. You're going to have to be the one to explain to her that you just couldn't stop bad-mouthing things, that you had to say things and you had to make things worse and you had to do everything that you could in your power to upset people. And that made him freak out, which was awesome, by the way. But these aren't common things anymore. I wish they were. Like, is it nowadays just custom that kids get to backmouth or backtalk their parents and things like that? And it's not something that's unique to him. Every child I've met as of late, okay, that's just one, has had a different reaction, I'm going to call it, to adults. And my big thing is that a lot of them are just plain out assholes. Like, fuck it, you are an asshole. I wanted to think of a better way to say it, but there's no respect being shown, and they're like, oh, well, the adults don't respect me. And it's like, no, the fuck we do. You're just a complete idiot when it comes to a lot of things, and I'm sorry that that's the truth. But you kind of are. And a lot of it's from just being inexperienced. Like, you don't know a lot of the things that you think you know in the world, and a lot of the things that you think you know are wrong. And we're not trying to hurt you. We're not trying to make you do dumb things. I mean, yes, I stick my finger in my son's ear and give him wet willies. I didn't want to do this.
Without tools of iron.
Yeah, be quiet, narrator. Like, without us, you get to learn things the hard way. And my son has come to an understanding that there are two ways to really get to learn things. There's the easy way, which is usually me telling him what's happening, what's going on, what he should probably do. Like, what people are expecting of him. And then there's the hard way. And the hard way just fucking sucks. Like, I'm sorry, it really does. Like, the hard way is you getting a speeding ticket for not obeying the traffic laws. The hard way is you getting into a fight because you couldn't respect somebody's personal space. The hard way is not fun. You break an ankle because you decided to jump off a garage because somebody told you, don't jump off the garage, you'll hurt yourself, and you just had to find out. You couldn't take the easy route. Like, that sucks. Don't learn the hard way. Take it from me. Learn the easy way. And my son understands and respects that, and he understands that when I tell him something, you know, I'm not telling him and giving him rules to make things in his life more annoying, to make it so that life is harder for him. I'm telling him so that the next time that these things come up, he doesn't have to deal with them. That he can take some type of former knowledge or previous learning from it. We'll leave that. I don't want to dig in there. I am going to dig in there. I could have dropped the anti-venom. And it fixed you. That's even better. It's just... and a perfect example of things that I try to get kids to understand. Respect your elders. Now, I understand, and I am the worst person to actually tell somebody that, because my theory on respect is you get what you give. If you respect me, I will respect you. Now, that may seem like a basic in your size too. Yeah, we're fucking you up. That may seem like something that's just like, oh, well, yeah, you should be doing that anyway, but the fact of the matter is that it's not common. Yeah, you heard me. It's not common. It's one of those things that people don't really think about. Like, I wonder what happens. I can pull one of you. Okay. People don't really think about all these random weird things. What they think about immediately is just, oh, what can I do to get me better? I completely lost my train of thought if you didn't know. Good kill.
Victory. Perhaps the turning point.
But they don't think, what can I do to make everything better? Not just me, but everybody that I meet, my day, because I mean, let's face it, at the end of the day, you are you. You are the one that has to be responsible for you. And I know I'm just sitting here singing away, buffing off everybody and ranting to you guys, but be kind to your adults, respect your elders. That's where I was. I really should just take the money. Giving up so much money already. And you don't have to respect somebody that doesn't respect you. If an elder's walking up to you and just being a complete douche, walk the fuck away. Get away from them. Go find somebody who's not going to be mean to you about random everything. And being told no is not being mean. That's not somebody being mean to you because they tell you no, you can't do something, no, you can't have something. I don't want my kid to have arsenic. Do you know what that is? If you're too young to know what arsenic is, or you don't know what arsenic is, you should probably find out. Because arsenic is rat poisoning. Oh, that's interesting. Do I still have any of those? I do. Still not worried about crests. And my kid understands, you're respectful to everybody you meet the first time you meet them. It is expected. I expect my child to be the shining light of his generation to people that he does not know. I could have done that before. And he completely understands that. He doesn't like it sometimes because there are people that he just would basically... And mind you, my child is 6 years old, and you can tell it on him that he would much rather give the finger to a couple people because they are not good people and not nice. Even though he knows better than to give somebody the finger. My son has been taught that he's not supposed to do that. Did I have to teach him? No, but it did. That sucks. We're actually going to fix stress this time. The songs can get a little annoying. Let's try and mark you. You have higher health. So, just one of those weird things that we run into. And it's a lot of the time. Like, a lot of parents don't teach their kids that you probably should teach your child to just respect everybody. And here I am ranting to you guys about all these things, and it's like, why not just random interaction? You didn't need it. I was hoping it was going to buff him. And I was going to hit the light. Whatever, they're surprised. We'll hit the light. Haha. Well, up crit chances. Yeah. I expect my child to teach his children that they are supposed to respect people off first instance. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody is a fucking shining star and you need to be the happiest person in the world with them. If you're having a shitty day, you're having a shitty day. They have to accept that. But you can at least treat them as a civil person. I don't enjoy a lot of people's company. I like people, but there are a lot of people who I could deal without seeing and be a perfectly happy individual. I could go my entire life without seeing them ever again and never have a problem. We're not having food problems at all. Why don't you guys eat? Looks like our next camp is going to be pretty good. The question is, do we want to go back through that thing? I want this treasure. I think I'll camp in this room. We'll take the treasure and then we'll leave. And you guys can finish. You don't have to listen to me rant anymore. But I really do miss the days. Like when I was growing up, if somebody was walking up to the door, I don't care about that. If somebody was walking up to the door, man or woman, did not matter. I'm a dirty, rotten liar, we're going. And now there's a trap there. And I'm digging for it. No problem. You would open the door for them. It had nothing to do with going out of your way to do something to be nice to people. It was just what you were taught to do. You can be helpful, be helpful. If end of the night was coming up and you saw dishes in the sink, you clean the dishes. You would pour some water, pour some soap, you would wash and you would rinse off. You just did it. It was expected. And that's not the case anymore. And I miss those days. Those were good days. I figured we had the extra room. If we run into anything along this path, like a wall or something, then I would stop. But looks like we just have that. We'll camp in this room. We'll get all the way there. I was originally going to camp in that room, but I mean, we've got the buffs and things that last till next camp, and she's still got her buff, so sing away, Jester. You should be a bard, not a jester. I wish you... Yeah, I'm done ranting. I think you guys kind of understand what I'm trying to say, even though I'm a complete idiot when it comes to saying things. Like, I think you all have the same feelings as well, where you would much rather that people teach their kids to be respectful of other people and their situations. I mean, like I said, you're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. You don't have to treat everybody like an a-hole. You can just be civil. It is one of those things. I should have used the other one. One of those things that seems to be lost. Being civil is a lost trait. And I hate current day music because a lot of it is... I got rid of the one that needed that. A lot of it is covered in goo. Alright, so you're slow reflexes. Okay. Slow reflexes is what? Speed -1. I just got rid of that off of somebody. I should have known that. We will camp. We will eat everything.
Furtive and vulnerable.
Let's see.
In a maze.
We might do that afterwards. Just in case they come. So we should be able to knock out the rest of the stress. Alright. Everything but your 10 has been taken care of. And we have 4. What did I debuff you with? Accuracy and speed. Yeah. Wait, we can just walk away.
Every cleared path and charted route reduces the isolation of
Just trying to figure out how to burn the last of it. Didn't need to. So we got a good haul. We left some stuff behind that we probably didn't need to. I ranted at you guys for the better part of a half hour. If you are parents, teach your kids to respect people. I shouldn't have to say that. I assume most of you are. If you're not a parent, try and teach the kids that you run into, or teach yourself if you have issues with it. I try to teach myself every now and then, although I'm an old dog. That's pointless. That's pretty good. And that's pretty good. Yeah. I'm going to try not to rant. I rant in the car when I'm by myself. That whole don't talk to yourself thing, don't worry about that. Everybody talks to themselves. You will talk to yourself throughout your life. The trick is to not answer your own questions. If you can talk to yourself without answering your own question, you're probably much better off than I am. And I don't mean questions like, how are you, or just a random, like, what's 3 + 5, and you think about it and answer your own question. I mean questions like, literally, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Like, when you answer that questions like that, and you're legitimately by yourself, and it's unintentional, you might want to seek additional assistance. Things might be a little bit different than you think they are, but that's just a possibility. And who am I? Just some guy on the internet. But let's go ahead and take a look at our next missions. We do have some mediums. What do we get here? Highwayman, Cursed Buckle. He has no stun or blight. This is a legit negative item. The Highwayman has no stun or blight. He has bleed skills. Oh, what are these? Slippery boots. Dodge. That's pretty okay. A flat 10 dodge. I'm okay with that. We might go on that one. It's a short mission. And we have leper. Oh, I don't care. We're not getting a leper. I wanted to. I really wanted to. We're not doing it. Leper's just terrible. The class needs some. He needs a buff of some kind. Like, give him 100% disease resist. I know it's not. It wouldn't be historically accurate or medically accurate. Give him some trait. Make him hit harder. I mean, the body is rotting away. Maybe, you know, if he's going out there swinging that big old sword and has that all of the clothing over him, maybe he hits a lot harder. Make him hit like another 3 points over the Crusader. Just make him something. So we're gonna head out to. That one's a short one, but that has that terrible skill. That'll only give us 2. I guess we could use the crests. Medium size. I think this. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna try and pick up busts. We didn't need crests. We need busts. We're gonna pick up the busts. We're gonna run through. And holy crap! The cove is this region where we at. I thought it was in. I was like, wait, what? We'll go there eventually when it opens up. We're gonna head here. We want the busts. We're gonna go for the 3 busts. So we're gonna go on a medium mission. Corrupt altar. So we're going to have items when we go in. And we'll take care of that. But for now, we know it's a medium mission. Let's go ahead and take a look at our people over here. Well, we can do this in the sanitarium, so let's just go in there. You have a weak grip on life. You're a stress eater. I don't really like the stress eater. Off guard, that's not the worst. You're perfect. You have a resolution on unquiet mind. You're experiencing religious things. Thanophobia. And perfect. So we have 2 perfects. Unfortunately, one of them is getting ready to leave us soon. Perry will be joining the betters. So let's go ahead and get rid of your stress eater. Not too worried about off guard. Let's deal with your meditation issues. Alright. Any high stress problems? Not really. I mean, we have you. You're a meditator. Let's actually put you in there. We just won't bring you on this mission. Wait. You have Slayer of Unholy. What do you have? Slayer of Unholy. Alright, yeah, we're fine. We'll send you in there. What do you have? You're Warren's or Rune's Adventurer. Yeah, it's extra stress resist. And Mercurial. Okay, that doesn't matter. So yeah, this is whichever one of you we decide to bring. I think we will bring you. And if we can toss you into one of those confessionals, we'll toss you in with some holy water, see if we can't get this guilty conscience taken care of. Yeah. And I've been told that Grapeshot Blast is not overpowered, that I'm just using it in a way that doesn't do anything helpful or overly helpful. So maybe we'll give it another shot. I still think that it should be a snipe. That is awesome for the rank 3s. Sniper's ring. I can afford to buff that for where I'm going.
Gathered from forbidden places.
That is, as long as you're not in the first place. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. We bought a trinket. So we are losing a bounty hunter from the lower grades. I think we're fine though. I don't think we need to keep bringing one. What I was told is that in the higher levels this becomes a lot less useful because you need to be able to deal damage quickly. So we may unban it. We'll take a look. I don't think I want to bring you just yet. I've been going without the highwaymen just because I didn't want to do that. We did get some things for in here. So we can upgrade one or the other. So we want to upgrade speed or health. I forget how that worked. Let's find somebody who's not all the way up there. Yeah. So this is speed and crit, and this is health and dodge. Yeah, we're going health and dodge.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm.
And it's a medium-sized mission. That is the wrong thing. We wanted to be back where we were. Warrior of Light. I think we're going to do a dark run. Does anybody have anything that gets them through darkness? Do you have anything that would cause a problem? Health below. You're kind of slow. Melee crits up. That's good. So you're going to be our number 1 and you're deadly? Yeah. You're our number 1. All of your skills are melee? Yeah. So you're perfectly fine. Our number 2... We could bring you and shove both those things on. And then we put you back to... No, not lunge. Toxin trickery. And then... I don't really need you yet. So we bring you. Light above, you get bonus stress resist. Now your Slayer of Unholy, there's going to be a bunch of Unholy here. And Pancake. Who has Hatred of Unholy. Okay. So we have our team. Let's pull them in here. Ooh, 1,000? What does yours go up to? 25? No. Yeah, 25 dodge. And that's 1,400? Hey, it's starting to get expensive. So that'll bring it up to 25, up to 25. You have the same dodge. That's interesting. Up to 20 and up to 15. Since you're going to be the number 2, I want you up there. And I want you up there. And we'll just do that for upgrades. It is a medium mission. Let's take a look at camping skills since we're doing that. We want to actually be able to raise your thing. So we want this sharpened spear. What can we do? Okay, so that took just crests and we only have 1 crest. That is a lot. Okay, we're going to have to go without that. Maybe we do bring you. Yeah, you have... I guess we're going to bring you. It'll give you 5 crit. What was I thinking about? But I just upped your dodge. I could put you in the 3rd slot. No. We're going to go with the team that we said. We're going to go as is. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Hit the like button. It helps out a lot if you guys actually are enjoying the video. If you're not enjoying the video, don't hit the like button. I don't want any false recognition here. The like button, if you don't know what that does, hitting the like button actually puts you up in the search rankings. So for somebody who doesn't have a billion views and tons of people hitting like, it makes it a little easier for other people to find me. And since I really don't post anywhere or have my own website or anything like that, like I'm not huge on Twitter or anything, it doesn't do anything. But I will talk to you all again later. Hope you guys have enjoyed the last 10 minutes of me putzing around. But bye-bye.